Good morning. Today I wanted to come to you guys and delve a little bit more into being truthful, like with yourself and in all things. Like not just what you want people to be on your side about, you know. So I don't know if any of you that follow me know that every day I listen to a sermon. It may be one time or twice a month that I don't, just because I'm probably doing something else or I'm not in the mood, but it's very rarely. Every day when I wake up, I feed my window and do all that, and then I sit down and I listen to a sermon. I'm really big on Bishop Bronner, Tony Evans, and I also watch KC with Lady J and them a little bit sometimes. But I didn't watch, I normally tune in and watch Bishop Bronner on Sunday mornings at 8:30, but this Sunday I did not. And so today I decided to watch Sunday's sermon and come find out that Dr. Bishop Bronner was not the pastor. It was another reverend on there. He touched base with some of his own truths, but it showed what the Bible is all about. It's about the issues that we have and how we take our own paths. And even though it may be been a part of God's plan to show you that the way you're doing is not the way, the reason that we're allowed to make our own decisions, it kind of got my mind going. It's like some of the issues that I've had and still have is because I've always tried to do things my way. And the funny thing is, the more I thought about this morning, and I was brushing my teeth, I was like, you know what, Nikki, you got some stuff with you. A lot of stuff still with you. For some reason, I'm always in survival mode. Survival mode can kill you, and it makes you make poor decisions. As much as I believe in God and know that God will work things out, I still try to don't look at my fatness. I'm very uncomfortable with this weight, but that's another story. No matter what, God got it, but I just want to control it. From what happened to me in my childhood to more things that I'm learning that happened to other people in their childhood by the same people to then me having 3 kids as a teenager. By the time I'm 17, being a mother, not having the proper support system on the baby daddy portion for the first 5. I've been in survival mode. Everything that I do is to make sure that I can survive and those that were given to me can survive. And sometimes I don't realize that all of that is not on me. God got this. If I would just trust God a little bit more, it's like to this day, no matter how much money my husband makes, and he makes way more than me, no matter how much money I make, and I make more than a lot of others that I know, I can't get out of the financial binds. And I'm the one that put us there because I'm always in survival mode. I do not know how to make proper financial decisions. I could have $15,000 and I will find $18,000 worth of stuff to do with it when I didn't even need to do it. The $15,000 should have been free. But no, I want to do this for this person. I want to do that. I want to do this. I want to do that. I got to make it look like sometimes I think because, now, not saying nothing bad about my mother. This is not what I'm doing. So I want to make that clear because it could sound like that, but this is just one of the pointers, something that I still deal with. Like, I've never really cared about money because that's something my mother always would provide me when I was looking for time. So I never knew how to balance that. What my mother was doing was to support me and always make sure I had, but I was looking for time. So money never meant anything to me. But in life, money means a lot. It has to mean something because in order to live on earth and comfortably and to be able to, so your basic needs, your eating, your place to live, you need money. So somewhere you have to put money in there as a need. It's not just the one. A certain amount of money is needed to survive. Me, I'm still working on how do I get to the point that I understand that finances are huge. Instead, I will spend, put weight on my marriage, put weight on my thought processes when I put myself in a crunch situation when I did not have to be there. I have asked my husband in the past to take over the finances, but it's like for the first 15, 16, 17 years of our relationship, our marriage, I've been the one that's handling the money when I shouldn't have been because I don't know what to do with it. I do what I want to do. My husband is more of the person that will do what we have to do and tell me to save for a rainy day, and I don't listen. I'm hoping that me and my husband's last conversation, that he understands the importance of I'm asking him to take over the finances because I can't do it. I believe that he would be a much better person to do it, and that took a lot for me to say because I like to have control of everything. I have some situations in my family where as though I don't agree with things that my family do. That's from my mom, stepdad, my kids, and I am finally getting to the point where as though I am beginning to understand that I am not God. They are all adults. They are all of God's children. I do not have that control over them. And it makes it a lot easier for me to go on when I look at it that way. And then when I see them do something or they're doing something that they shouldn't do, it bothers me. And that's where I'm trying to get to letting go and letting God. Letting go and letting God is more than just a phrase. It is something that you have to do. But the thing is, it is not easy. It is like that exam that's just wrecking your brain. Like you got some questions on there or a subject on there that you just don't understand. And that's basically what it is when it comes to God. It's a subject that you don't understand, but at the same time, you have to let yourself know that the Bible tells you that everything is not for your understanding and that we have grace and mercy and that we are sinful, we will never be perfect. And we look at those things and we try to strive to do it because we're also told that we're created in the image of God. And God is all of these things. He is perfect. God is perfect. I'm not going to say he or she. We're not going to get into that of how I feel about that. But God is perfect. God knows all, does all, loves, and to love unconditionally. Ooh, would I love to be able to do that? Because I have loved, and I noticed that I love on conditions because I can go from love to hate, just like that. And that's not who I am designed to be. How do I get out of survival mode? I don't know. Any suggestions? I welcome them. But I don't know. all I've seen to know. Survive as a child through that abuse, to just go on and not have my family fall apart, not have nobody, go to jail, not have anybody be killed, to me having my kids, trying to make sure they ate, make sure they're protected, make sure they were getting the best education that the public school system could give them, with me assisting. Moving, from my area to new area, scared, but move, not only for me, but for my children can see something different than what I've seen, small moves, not out of state or anything, to me moving later in life to, I know that was all a part of God putting this whole process of making me feel better about myself, to learn myself more, to love myself. I don't like this weight gain that came along with it, but hey, I guess I'll have to take it. It's something. But the thing is, I'm getting to a point where as though depression is subsiding. The thing is, I know that I'm not there yet because I still have those depressed moments. The thing is, I don't sink as low, and I think that's another reason why God allowed Ginger to come into my life. That you guys don't know how much my baby has been a blessing to this whole little roller coaster of mine. But survival mode. I don't want to be in survival mode. I'm tired of being uncomfortable the majority of the time. They say don't sit in your comfort zones. I get that. But hey, should I always sit in my uncomfortable mode, which puts me in survival? My survival mode makes me make decisions based on my feelings and emotions and my bad experiences. All the good experiences that I've had and still have, it seems like I forget them. I am so overloaded on the bad. And it kicks it. I don't have to be in survival mode for my kids. They're grown. I should be able to trust that I did all I could, and now I should be able to trust that the same way that God steps in where my mom can't, whether it's because she don't know, she doesn't know how, or simply because that's not her place. It is God's place, because we're all God's children first. We need people because he didn't make us to be by ourselves. And we know that from him taking a rib and making a woman, which I still don't understand to this day. How are we supposedly the only species that wasn't created from the dust? We were made from man. That always get me to, is that why it's not, is that why some laws are made that don't protect us the way that we should be? Is because we are of man. But anyway, I'm hoping that over the next 6 months to 12 months, that I am at an even higher level of spiritual thinking, of a spiritual being, of a forgiving step back, let God person than I am today. That would be so awesome. Because that would mean that survival mode will only kick in a flight or fight circumstance, not in a everyday stance. But anyway, that's all I have to say today. And I do want to say that if anyone that's watching this does not believe in God, please reach out to God, get that relationship, because when I turn from God, I don't have anything to make me feel worthy of living life, things like that. Like, don't get me wrong, my mother, my kids, my husband, I got a friend or two, yes. But then it's like, you don't want people just to see you suffering or just to be on your side because of what people have done to you. You want an unconditional love that if nothing happened to you, these people would love you without pity and sympathy. You know, the empathy is good, but sometimes people are people. We're humans. We're not perfect. So you need that. You need God sometimes to give you a different perspective instead of this earthly perspective. Get out of survival mode, Nikki. That's what I'm telling myself. Get out of survival mode. There's a lot out there for you. If you get out of survival mode, I'm just hoping that God is touching my husband's heart as well with all of this to help us in the things that we are weakened by, or the forces that, you know, because I've been the takeover, I've been the wife that no, I want to run this, I want to run that. I don't want to do that no more. I look over it and I watch some other relationships and my oldest sons especially. I watch it. I'm so used to the woman taking charge and being in the forefront. And to see the relationship that my son and my daughter-in-law have, it's amazing. And it's not like my daughter-in-law, be honest, ain't running stuff, but she not up front saying this. It's my son that is in the forefront. So whatever my daughter-in-law is doing, she letting her husband, I'm not gonna say letting, let me not word it, her husband is in front of this family. Has this family, it's the proper order. So all that she does is done. It's different. I can't even explain it, but it makes my heart full. And I'm glad that God gave me that. Never say that you can't learn from your children, because you can. And also never stop being a parent to your children, but you have to, it's levels to it when they become adults. And it's some situations that you won't understand because you're the parent and you feel a type of way about your child, and you believe you know what's best for your child. But guess what? Same way you look at it, that's the same way your parents thought about you when you were making your decisions. So that's what I'm saying, that the survival mode I'm in and wanting the best and for everything, for the people that I love, it's hard doing that. And I want to get to a place where, as though, even if I don't agree with my loved ones, I have a understanding that I'm not to understand everything, but to be there and showing unconditional love and just be there with love. Have a great day, guys.